This is Boxing Tickets NI. We're here at the SSE Arena in the aftermath of repeat or revenge. Today we're joined by the promoter Jamie Conlan. I sort of heard you saying, and I think he must have read my mind there, but what a night with a bit of everything there.
We did. A hard one. One we need to sit down and dust ourselves off because Aston Brown, fearghus Quinn result, and then Moon, Tyrone McKenna didn't go our way. Sit back, lick our wounds, but it did have a bit of everything. Moran, Owen O'Neill. It did. Prospects looking good. Good test for our debutants. It had a wee bit of everything. We had knockouts, we had drama. Tyrone McKenna fight alone had so much drama with the eye of Tyrone boxing really well at the start, but also getting hurt with the body shots. Moon's eye swelling up so quickly, must have been a thumb or something, which changed the tempo of the fight. The low blow, I think, having a massive dramatic effect, and then just the body shots just crippled Tyrone in the end, and devastated. He breaks your heart, because he is so nice, because he is so good, because he does leave it all in the ring. When he was hurt, banging the chest and fighting back, and you're going, fuck me, man. Breaks your heart.
A couple of obviously the shots went unnoticed. Obviously Moon, obviously low blows. I thought obviously what finished the fight looked a low blow. What was your sort of opinion on that?
I thought so as well. I think I seen a clip though, and it's as a punch is going and it is round the side. But it was a fantastic fight. Au revoir. Yes.
I guess sadly for us in a way, it's obviously it's revenge for Moon. Like I sort of posted the sort of fight result and it was saying that's a one each now. Do you sort of maybe look to do the trilogy? I guess we don't know what Tyrone's thoughts are back-to-back defeats. Headline just for his first show here.
I don't know, my Moon was saying about it in the ring about let's go to Florida, let's do this, but I don't. Let Ty take a bit of a rest, see where he feels, see what his thought process is. Don't want to make any fights. I actually really like Moon. I like to bring him back. I think there's a bit of a storyline there. I think he'll probably lick his lips at that as well. I definitely do think, Moon. Maybe in the Ulster Hall, maybe in the Waterfront Hall. See you later. Chris, thanks for everything.
You could even throw Pierce O'Leary into the mix there as well.
Pierce and Moon.
That'd be perfect for a 3 arena.
Pierce and Moon. Actually sat and watched it with Pierce. Yeah.
I think you're still sort of coming to realise that obviously Pierce O'Leary's part of Conlan boxing.
No, it's not, no. We're looking at massive fights with Pierce and we're looking to see what the next step is, but name recognition, it could work. It could really work. I don't think Moon lives with anywhere near in Pierce's league. I think Pierce is on a different trajectory with all this, but it's a tough one. But he is in a mix at 140 today in Ireland where you have a few names that really would step up and take a fight. We have the McKenna rematch, we have McComb in Belfast, or we have Pierce in the 3. I think all 3 would jump at it. Big fight that rocks Irish boxing. We saw the atmosphere tonight was fantastic. 4,800 in here. Everyone kind of, as you said earlier in the night, stuck around for the main event as well, which is always great to see. It was unfortunate on the Warren show that it didn't stick around for the main event, which I was actually annoyed about. But thankful that the fans coming out paying their hard-earned money. I think they got what they deserved, got what they wanted tonight. They had a bit of everything. You had knockouts, you had drama, you had controversy, you had upsets, and then you had the prospects coming through.
Aston Brown, obviously, what a story. Obviously I haven't heard too much of the story, and I don't like the clickbait sometimes, but what he's been through in life, and it's a bit emotional, obviously, doing an interview myself there, what he's been through in life, obviously addiction, mental health, jail, that's a good luck story, and that's a story that in boxing, obviously, as we see, people can change their lives in the sport.
And he's been banging on the door for a while. Alex, son, he's been banging on the phone for a while for an opportunity. If we were going to Glasgow, do something with him. If we had him penciled for here for the Matchroom show, him and Fearghus, it would have been an unbelievable fight then. Fearghus got picked up a bit of an injury. What?
Where's the closest hospital?
The Royal.
The Royal.
Why? Oh, for the eye. Aye. So we had a bit. We've been speaking a lot with Aston. I do have a sauce for him. Ian Ritchie has been banging on the drum about him for ages. And anything you can do with Aston, let me know. Anything you can do with Aston. Fearghus needed a fight, and I'd say what I think about Aston Brown, and Fearghus just immediately jumps at it twice. But that's Fearghus. All heart, all balls.
It was one of them fights, wasn't it? That whoever's going to land their big punch first. Like Fearghus had a really good first round.
Like again, Fearghus in the first round. I thought, right, fuck, this is going to go one way here. This is potentially 3 or 4 rounds. He's going to get him. Body shots were really having an effect. Everything was starting to hurt. He had to set a real high tempo. It didn't look like Aston could match the tempo, but it's something that towards the end of the round, Aston was shifting a bit better, finding a bit of a back home. John, thank you. Finding home for everything, or finding home for that backhand, and then he came out in the second round, and I think Fearghus got drunk on his success in the first round. Thought, right, I'm going to get him here. Aston standing true with me. Didn't think it was going to happen. He thought he was going to box, and then just came in hands down too low and paid the ultimate price. And devastated because again, a gentleman like Tyrone, real gentleman, like leaves everything, like as honest could be. He just comes out, doesn't give a shit, blue collar, leaves it all in the ring and goes back about his business. Never fucking asks any questions, never no qualms, no dramas, no anything. It was a hard one because I have a soft spot for Fearghus. I really like him. Always want to try and do something with him, and we will continue to try and do something with him because he is a fantastic fighter. And it was a fight where whoever was going to win was going to propel on the big platform, but whoever was the losers, you can definitely rebuild because you take fights like that, you deserve another opportunity.
Dylan Moran, obviously perfect sort of tactics. I think he didn't plan to sort of go out so quickly, but it sort of reminded me a bit of Gary Cully, Joe Fitzpatrick. The sort of build up, everybody's going, this will be a great fight. Probably I would say in some ways maybe Owen O'Neill suffered too much obviously on the scales, just obviously make him wait, and Dylan stood there and watched that, and he knew if he put the pressure on him early, I think he landed the back left hand on him, first sort of shot he landed, buckled the leg and just went for it. 18 seconds as well, I think.
18 seconds. Dylan Moran's came through a lot. I don't think people realise what that kind of loss had done for both him, his career, but also his pride, his ego, everything. You go out, you talk yourself into a fight live on Sky Sports on a massive platform against Florian Marcoux, who you really kind of downplayed the whole time. You haven't bigged him up as a good fighter. You've done what you had to do because to get into that fight, and then you get done in one round. You have to go a lot of soul searching. You know, small town, but Waterford isn't that small, but rural town, so news spreads fast, and you're a big fighter in that city. He's had to really dust himself off, and really kind of like he should be very proud of himself tonight because all week I said this fight was going to go on how Dylan was. If he was nervous throughout the week, if he was a bit shy, if he was not with no confidence, it could have been really, really tough for him because the demons have been in there and everything run. He did not look like anything fazed him. As you said, on the scales, stood there, don't care what weight he is, I'm fighting him anyway. Thank you. Everything was okay. And he went out there and done an absolute phenomenal job. You could see confidence was there, style was there, stature was there. He just knew it's a matter of time. I'm going to land on him and bingo. You could have probably given him on account instead of a thing, but it was always going to go one way, and Ian McGill did the right thing by saving him because he was hurt. Because I knew I was going for that too soon, but then when you seen him after, he didn't move for a bit, and he was really hurt.
Before obviously touching obviously the opponents and obviously the one starting off, obviously just a couple of other bits of information. Obviously Gareth Dowling, devastated obviously for Gareth. 2 opponents, one obviously didn't get on the plane, second one obviously went AWOL, like devastation. It just seemed to be obviously Dublin boxers, obviously with Thomas Carty up here before, fight day cancelled, Gareth Dowling cancelled. Obviously it's probably a major disappointment because everybody was buzzing to see Gareth.
He was the one that kind of was like really excited about, and really excited to see how he reacted in the arena and stuff. The first opponent the night before started to make some queries because of his coach getting injured, getting pneumonia, picking up sickness. So we thought we'd get him over, we'd give him a few extra quid. says he was going to get on the first flight. All the rest of the team, or all the rest of the opponents got on the first flight because they were all shopping together. He didn't get on, so we book a second flight for him in the afternoon. He doesn't get on that either. Turns the phone goes off. He's not fighting. No matter what we're trying to propose him, not fighting. And we've had to think on our feet and get a local opponent here. The board as well, kind of working all together, and everyone kind of worked together, make sure it was done. We sent in the paperwork, everything was okayed. Got a thumbs up from the coach and the managers that everything was okay. We're going to come down later on that night. Didn't come down. Says tomorrow 1 o'clock. Didn't turn up. Says tomorrow 2 o'clock. Didn't turn up. And you're delaying it. Probably should have nipped it all in the bud there and then, but just you're clinging on for anything to make sure this lad gets his debut, this lad gets his opportunity, this lad goes in and performs because he's been training for so long to do it. And it's just heartbreaking. Like proper heartbreaking because I was excited. I was excited for everything that he had done and just how he's been about all week. He's been like a kid at Christmas. We're hopeful that the show in September is going to happen in the 3 Arena because that then will be where he'll make his debut, and this will be a massive learning curve for him, that he's experienced this tonight and that going forward he'll know, right, that's the shit side of boxing. I've been in the shit part. Lets me enjoy the good part.
Caoimhin agyarko, obviously a change of opponent. Obviously, the Finnish guys team had said that Caoimhin obviously didn't want the fight. What was the sort of change there?
No, it was on us. That's on us. Nothing to do with Caoimhin. Caoimhin still wanted the fight. Caoimhin still had the fight, and actually, Caoimhin was very angry that the fight didn't happen. And the opponent then coming in 6 pound heavier didn't help as well tonight. So, nothing on Caoimhin. He wanted to go out do his work. It was nothing to do with him. It was on us. So we had to kind of adapt and get on our feet. Opponent come over last second this week, and he was a bit heavy. He had to lose a bit of weight, but he was still in there tonight. Caoimhin was fighting the super middle, a light middle fighting the super middle, and it showed that the shots were even kind of just bouncing off, and he really had to kind of a gut check. I'm sure he mentally would have been a tough week for him, and he get in, get the call whips off, and he can move forward after this, put that behind him. He learned a lot, I'm sure, tonight, and just get in, forget about it, forget what he didn't want to experience, but feel and understand what the shitty kind of nights can be. But that was not on him. He was a true professional all week. Him and his team are very, very good, and he went in there under probably circumstances you don't really want to go into the ring with.
Kurt Walker, obviously they were, sort of the peer on the card. Obviously his opponent then ended up fighting Matty Boreland. What obviously happened with Kurt?
We've accepted a Commonwealth title fight in September for Kurt Walker. We're just waiting on official confirmation to come through, but we were told we have to pull it out this one in case any cuts, injuries, hands or anything like that, which unfortunately happened. We had to do, and we're now hopeful to get this over the line, lock it in, because we're very excited about this fight.
Is that Mamoon, or what do you call the Commonwealth champion at featherweight?
Masood Abdullah.
There we are. You're better at the names than me.
Yeah. So we've accepted an offer from Frank Warren, that Masood Abdullah, and we're now just waiting to kind of confirm it and get it all locked in. We've agreed everything our end. We're hopeful to get everything done their end, which is put to them as now. And let's see.
Quickly, obviously, recap the rest of the card, because we're 14 minutes in and everybody wants paid and everything else.
Oh, they're all paid.
They're all paid. Obviously, had 5 deputants in the card.
Scotchman's got them all sorted.
Happy days. The 5 deputants on the card. Obviously, a couple of late notice and things like that as well. Like, very, very impressive. Obviously, everybody sold good tickets. You're obviously going to have, 4 deputants on the card, wasn't there? Gareth didn't make it, so 4. So 4 deputants on the card. And also good tickets. They all brought a good crowd and everything else. I'm sure they'll all be back on a Conlan boxing show again.
Oh, 100%. Matty Boreland definitely be back as well.
Rain Man,
the bandsetters come out in force. I thought he was brilliant, very professional, jumped straight in. No ifs, buts and maybes. Really, really impressive him tonight as well. Cathal McLaughlin, really impressed with Cathal McLaughlin. Thought he was fantastic. Comes with good schooling. Strabane, Rafo, very, very good team behind him. Jack O'Neill done a great number. Bit of a tough enough match as well. All the match tough. Theo Allen probably matched the toughest of the lot. And I'm very excited about the future of Theo Allen. I think we're in sort of very, very fun fights. great left hook against a journeyman in terms of toughness, been there, done it. He's done it all and has been heavy. He came in a bit heavier as well than Theo. Pressure was on Theo as well. Pressure was on Jack. Them two were both live on the zone. Theo opening the card. I thought both of them were fantastic. Done great tickets. We'll work with them, continue going forward.
Obviously, and John Boyd and obviously Dean Gonzalez, Speedy Gonzalez, furlong as well.
Again, he was another one really impressed me. Dean Gonzalez, furlong, I thought was very good. Listen, records are for DJs with these guys. They can come and have a go when they want. They come to test. They know good fighters. And every shot Dean landed, every right hand Dean landed, it seemed like it had a shock right down the system with Paul Scarf. And he's a tough fucker. Tough fucker. So yeah, really impressed with everyone. I thought John is getting better each fight he goes. He made his debut in the Ulster Hall, and he continues to kind of keep improving there.
Do you see similarities? Obviously, Jay Byrne obviously said to me today, see similarities between John and Sean McComb. Probably maybe too early to say that. Obviously, slick, hard to hit.
Slick, tall, but Sean's got fantastic boxing brain. It's very hard to compare anyone with Sean. He's got a real good boxing brain, and yeah, actually, Sean McComb, Muhammad Moon has a good ring to it.
Just obviously aside from tonight, obviously just want to speak in Kelly Harrington. She's obviously in another Olympic final. Like, I'm beating a world champion professional as well. Like, it hasn't been great for obviously Ireland in terms of the Olympics, obviously robberies and everything else. But Kelly doing what Kelly does best, and it's going to bring home gold.
Carrying the country on her back constantly from Tokyo to now. She's the best we've ever produced, I think now. I think, we've always said Katie did revolutionise the game. She changed the game forever. She gave every woman an opportunity to showcase herself on a world stage, international stage in the Olympic Games. Her and Pete in Chicago in
2012 in London.
But in Chicago, that's where they went. They went out to the World Championships in Chicago, and they showed that this is what women can do, this is what girls can do, and changed the opinion of everyone in the world of boxing on how women should be received within the sport. But I think Kelly Harrington now is the best we've ever produced. If she becomes double Olympic champion, it can't be denied. Like it's exceptional. We've had a very tough Olympics. We've had tough decisions. We've had probably underperformances as well as the tough decisions. It's just any tough draws as well. But Kelly Harrington beating Beatrice Ferrer tonight was exceptional. I think she could be the new queen of Ireland. She's been fantastic. And with everything that's been going on, with all the controversy with Olympic Games, with all the shit that the Irish team have been dealing with, all the bad decisions that they've been getting, she's carried the country, she's carried the team, she's carried the nation on their backs, and it's unreal.
What do you think, obviously, with all the controversy, with the Olympics this year? I seen a sort of interesting ploy yesterday where it seems like it's been set up in some ways so that LA can't happen in 2028. Like, there's still, I think the jury's still out whether that 2028 boxing is going to be in the Olympics. Do you feel that what's been going on at the Olympics in France is going to jeopardise 2028?
I hope not, because that's the pinnacle of the sport, I think. I still think that's, for me, the sport in pure its form. Amateur boxing, Olympic boxing is what every young fighter should be trying to achieve. Being pro world champions and all is good, is one thing, but being an Olympic champion should be what every kid wakes up and has dreams about.
What's next for Conlan Boxing? And obviously you've been on the road recently, obviously with Liverpool, obviously co-promotion shows with Frank Warren, and what's next for Conlan Boxing?
I will see.
We can't have wait see, Jimmy. You always give me wee scoops somewhere.
Well, I'm getting married next month, so we're going to be quiet for this, but speaking with Ian Wilson about trying to work something together there in Glasgow in October, and then I've been speaking about something in Waterford as well.
I sort of heard a rumour on that. Like, you didn't get the Waterford last year, and I was sort of saying Neil Power put on a really good show. I think he spent about 10 grand on TVs. Like, to imagine that venue in Waterford packed to the rafters, it'll be special in a good way, because what Dylan Moran's been through, he's sort of carrying the flag for Waterford. Went on the Sky, didn't work out. Come on the Zone, 18 seconds in Belfast, and you'd sort of dangled the card to say that'd be next. Like, what could be next for him? Obviously, Senan Kelly and Declan Geraghty's fighting for the Irish welterweight title in 4th of October. So maybe could be a wee bit of time, if obviously the winner wants to fight in the Zone, that could work out.
Aye, listen, we'll figure something out. I'll sit with Neil and we'll talk. They've been a joy to deal with, really easy to work with. I really liked the setup that they have in Waterford. I really like the idea of going down there. I really like bringing the zone down there. The zone also like it. And I think he made a statement big enough tonight to kind of bring it down there as well. There's a few other fighters down there that could potentially big massive crowds and make a big night of boxing, and it's exactly what we like to do.
You mentioned the three arena, obviously, and I know Michael previously mentioned, obviously, it looked like potentially a Cal Moss card. Mm-hmm. Other than obviously Gareth, Dowling, is there any maybe other fighters that may feature in that card? If it does happen, I've been hearing whispers sort of this week that the card might not happen, but is there any maybe your other fighters that might feature in that card?
Yeah, we've agreed to fight for Kevin Conlan and Brennan, and we're just hopeful that I can get over the line. Been speaking with Tom Loeffler. Hopefully the boys can get the Dublin show over the line, and it'll be a fantastic night. It's fantastic to see Dublin boxing. The Three Arena is always an exceptional place to be. But Colin Welch is a fantastic fighter, and Dublin is starved of big nights. Thomas Cardy, Gareth Dowling, Pearse O'Leary, Gary Cully's in Kildare, but like the South really has an opportunity to grow something. There is fighters coming through from the Olympics, fighters coming through from the amateur system that really can turn pro in the next year, 2 years. The Jack Marleys, the Sean. The boys they got will really, the Sean Murrays, the boys they got will really kind of make an impact down there, and long may it continue. Let's hope that Tom Loeffler can pull it off and bring UFC Fight Pass to Dublin with Callum and build something there.
Finally, obviously, the fans that come out, obviously 4,800 tonight here in Belfast. You've left them going home wanting more, but obviously too, everybody come out tonight. I'm sure obviously you want to pass on their thanks because the shows can't happen without the fans.
No, they really can't. Like, listen, we put the show on, the fighters take the fight, and it's a risk. But nothing really works without the people putting their hand in their pocket for their hard-earned money and spending their hard-earned money on a big show. So I'm very thankful. We had massive competition night with Sonny Fadera in Custom House Square. We'd had the 80s night, which is a big night in the Féile. So you had thousands going to everything. We have summer holidays, with kids getting ready to go back to school. So I'm very, very thankful. Very, very thankful.
Jamie, listen, thanks very much for your time as always. All the very best of luck with the upcoming marriage. Is the marriage probably been more stressful for you than it was fighting as a pro?
Oh, no, definitely not. Doing this one tonight's more stressful.
Well, listen, thanks very much for your time as always, and we'll catch up, Ethan.
Morty, thanks for everything, Nate. Appreciate it.